YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. We've got something new. Something exciting. It's got weapons, weapon systems, and refueling tubes, and amazing GPS, and all sorts of things. And it weighs in just slightly more than 250 grams. In case you're wondering, and are ready to fly from China. We got ours with 2 batteries. You can get yours with as many as you want. The doors do open, totally sweet. Direct drive on the main one. You also see a direct drive on the tail. 4-bladed prop, so gorgeous. And we're gonna take off right now. First time ever. Look at the windsock, guys. I trust you, Xiang, and you should too, maybe. We're gonna show you how this works. I just pressed the button and it just did some things. It made some beeps. It said doo-doo-doo. Now I'm just gonna wait and watch for some lights and things. When the lights and things start doing things, then I'm gonna know that it's ready to go. Okay, I don't see anything moving. Just full disclosure, I may not have actually woke it up in time. So let's go ahead and look at this again. Admittedly, oh, I didn't wait long enough. Press and hold. There it is. Wait for the green lights. Oh yes, so cool. It's acquiring. GPS is already locked. Are you kidding me? Green, red, red, nothing yet. When that goes solid, we're golden. Nothing's moving because it's still trying to acquire GPS. Be careful, don't get your brain GPS'd. Oh, look at, there's a light on the bottom, it's red, so cool. There's a forward-facing white light. I love these Blackhawks, so cool. And UH-60s. This is a Navy livery, which is all new from Xiang, and we have links. You can buy them from the links if you want to get one for your very own. Just remember, when you help support Brian Phillips RC, you help keep the RC ecosystem flowing. You ready? Let's come back here. Okay, I'm in danger, meaning kill. Unlock and it goes to red. Green means something else. Red means red. Auto, manual. Okay, it beeped at me again, okay? Manual goes green, red. Manual, red. You guys see that? And then there's GPS, and then there's this the helicopter mode, and then there's this light mode, excuse me, camera mode. You press that, takes a still or it starts your camera. I don't have the camera, so it's no big deal. Also there's mode that does like 3D and stuff. Whoa, cool, and it even tells what position it's pointed. That's really cool. Let's see if it changes. Don't bite me, helicopter. Oh, that's so cool. It's got 15 GPSs. All right, let's take off. Let's see how this works, guys. It's always a crapshoot with one of these ready to flies because it could take off and like blow up in a million pieces, or it could be gorgeous. This one's gonna be gorgeous. Okay. All right, arm it, down and out. Oh, yes! I'm gonna arm it again. You ready, guys? Oh, it's spinning.
Yeah.
Up.
Wow.
Whoa. Well, that's pretty exciting. A lot of trim needed, but you know what? I can live with it. Oh, that's because it's super windy. Look at that, guys. Hey, what's the first thing you do with a helicopter? Make sure it doesn't spin out of control and hit your face. If you didn't already know that, you probably shouldn't be reviewing helicopters like an expert. That was a joke, guys. Okay, let's talk about this helicopter. Is it flying itself or am I flying it? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go with it flying itself.
That's irresponsible. Don't do that, Brian. Okay.
It's really windy.
It's really windy, guys.
I can't.
See that windsock? Oh man, my sock is ripped. Ouch. Okay, so we're gonna take it up. All you do is you press up and then you can fly it. Now this is a GPS driven device, okay? So it's doing its own thing. It's gonna fly that thing like you stole it for you. That's pretty good. And yes, we are downwind of this helicopter. That's how much I trust you, Xiang. You see the tip? Isn't that crazy how much it tips? Oh guys, let's go through. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh man, that looks good. Look at that boom. That thing's long.
We need to go stand on the other side of the runway.
So gorgeous. All right, we're gonna go back down in the bowl. Guys, if you've never seen these Xiang helicopters, they are something special. And I gotta say, anybody can fly them because I'm not even really flying it. I'm just sort of controlling it, okay? Now that's not to say you can't do cool things like go up 10 meters And you could switch into this little thing right here. Ooh, it's not letting me go any higher. I wonder if that's because I'm in auto instead of manual. Okay, so let's see if it'll go at 8. Nope, it's not gonna do it because we're not in the regular mode. That's why it's red on top instead of green, okay? See how it's red on top? So I'm gonna go up here, few mistakes high. I'm gonna see what happens when I switch to manual. I hate where that button is, by the way. Oh yeah, switch to green. Look at that, now I can go up higher. Oh yeah, it's still auto leveling at everything, guys. Look at that. Just flying around, no problem at all. Might give you a little bit more freedom of movement, which is pretty sweet. Oh man, that thing looks so realistic too. Okay, I'm gonna fly over here, bring it down with the down stick, tip it, bring it around. Look at those beautiful red LEDs on the bottom and on the boom with all the missiles and stuff. So gorgeous, absolutely fantastic. And then that forward-facing white light has to be taken off and moved each time you wanna move it. We have a yellow light now, so that's a little bit different. Maybe that means we lost. No, we have 19 GPS satellites. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, a few mistakes high, and I'm gonna go to this figure 8 and see what happens. Figure 8, you gonna do it? So it's supposed to track it. Nah, it's going backward. Let's go forward. Go forward, guy. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to auto and see what happens. It's probably gonna bring it down in altitude because that auto mode versus manual, it's gonna bring it down to like less.
Right
there we go.
Must be the limit.
So if I do this and I hold it, nothing. Back to manual, is it yellow or green?
I can't tell from here.
Yeah, I think it's yellow. Oh, unless it's just like green, but it looks yellow.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell what the sun.
Oh, it is kind of like greenish.
Yeah, it's green.
It's green. That's yellow, hon.
No.
Or is it green?
It's green.
Because green is what that side is. Okay, so let's show you a landing too. Just so you know, you can do it. Spring-loaded mains and squishy tires. I'm just gonna show you because I want you to be able to see how hard this really is. And when I say hard, I mean easy. Look at this, I'm gonna point into the wind. Look at this, down, hold it for a second, and then she dies exactly like she should. I'm gonna give her heck again, down and out. Wakes up, you can hear that.
It's so quiet though when it spools up.
I know, it's beautiful. Man, what a beautiful sunset. Okay, throttle up, watch yourself, camera crew.
Yep.
Stick up, let it get a little altitude, and then do your thing, okay? Absolutely gorgeous, and then the lights on the battery actually help with orientation because you can see them. So cool, guys. If you haven't checked one of these out, you need to. They are absolutely fantastic. Oh man, look at that silhouetted shot. Absolutely to die for. And by the way, if this helicopter is tracking you down, you might be about to. Absolutely sweet looking. That is so much fun. And the camera crew is usually like all nervous, like, watch out, it's gonna kill you. And that's the way she feels with these. But the truth is, like what I wanna do is I just wanna see what happens. I think I can go to GPS mode. That's what it is. You see how I'm in the top?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. There's GPS mode. So now if I go up here, it should let me do my thing. Oh yeah, it's still letting me fly. Still auto leveling. Now, let's see what happens when I go figure 8. Is it gonna do it? Nope, I gotta go to auto probably. There's auto, okay? So I got auto and GPS, which is the middle. So I'm gonna go figure 8. Do a figure 8. Yes, do it, do it, do it.
Something.
It's a figure 8. I'm not even looking. That is so cool. So now it's gonna make a turn to the right. You can do a heli, you can do it. So guys, that's the future of technology right there. And all I got to say is just a couple of grams over 250, okay? And it's just gonna keep doing that until it runs out of battery.
Figure 8?
Yep, now watch this. I wanna take it home, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out of the figure 8 once it turns around. I kinda wanna get it, you know, like upwind.
Okay.
So we'll just let that, now it only works 10 meters or greater, okay? All right, so I'm gonna turn that off. How do I cancel that?
Just flip it down?
Oh, I'll just control it. I just controlled it and it stops the figure 8. Okay, yep, it stops the figure 8. Now I wanna see what return to home looks like. Now I don't know if this is gonna land right where it is or if it's gonna go over there, but I'm just gonna give it a wide berth here, okay? So all I did was I pressed this button. Don't land in the grass like a goofball. Okay, I canceled that by pressing the up stick.
So it's just going to take it down.
Yeah, it's just going to take it down. It's not going to necessarily return to the home position because I don't think I took off that way because I wasn't in GPS mode. Oh my goodness, look at that gorgeous sunset. Guys, I gotta say, they did a funeral down the street today and it just reminded me, you don't live forever. The beer truck's right around the corner. Get one of these right now. You're gonna enjoy it. It's super fun. And all joking aside, you know, whoa, that is so dang gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic look. Oh, by the way, if you need to trim this thing, I don't even know if those things trim, but I press the button, it seems to be holding it still. Okay, so if I were to press this, it should land. So now I don't care, this is fine for me. But once I land, oh, that was a gorgeous landing. Nice. Okay, now it's gonna kill it. We're gonna go like this, and then that's the GPS return to home. You see that? Okay, so sticks down and out, arm it. Okay, so I think that one. Okay, so careful, camera crew. Oh, I need to arm it again. Okay, I gotta go back to GPS or ground sensor. I don't know why, is that like the land mode? There goes, arm it. Careful while it takes off, just in case something goes wrong. Okay, so we're up in the air, we got good altitude. I wanna see what happens when I press this thing down. Oh, so it's gonna land. This is going home now. You guys see this? That stick all the way down. See, it's finding its home position, and it's gonna set down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna interrupt that. That's doing pretty good. Actually, we'll let you guys watch.
That was really
That was really good, that was close. Okay, so now I'm gonna come out of that, go back to GPS, arm it, let it spool back up. Ooh, I might've got it into a kind of confused spot. To manual, and then back to this. You can see the change in condition on the lights. Okay, we're gonna take off. Giving her heck by moving the stick up. Okay, now I'm gonna fly over here just to prove that it's actually doing that thing, okay? So we'll fly over here and then stick down. Now watch this, it's gonna bring it home, and let's give them a different angle with this beautiful sunset. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, get her done, Blackhawk. UH-60, eat your heart out, guys. What an amazing product. Look at it, it's even turning into the wind, but only because I took off into the wind, folks. And it's like these little electronic people inside of there are flying it. That's what China told me. Something happened. Okay, so now let's see if we can flip it upside down with the reverse operation mode. Okay, I'm gonna go to the auto. Okay, camera crew. Okay, sticks down and out, arm it. Get that thing spinning. Stick up into the second half of the stick position. Take off. Boy, that thing holds it rock solid. I feel totally confident with this thing, which is a dangerous and good thing. Because if you don't know how to fly helicopters, this would not be maybe a great day to do it. Camera crew, you ready? Come on over.
No.
Come on over. We're not doing anything crazy. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up before I do that. I'm just flying around because I want to get some more awesome shots. Awesome sauce. Okay, going up a little bit. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to, where's the manual? Oh, this mode. Okay. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go up higher. I just can't believe how easy this thing is. And how aggressive the controls are to keep it in position. That's pretty dang good. So I'm in GPS, the middle setting, okay? I'm gonna press mode, and then I'm gonna move the stick. Because they said sticks up and like that, right? Up and then over. Holy crap, that's nuts. Oh, that scared me. Okay, you guys see that? It's upside down right now. I'm not even touching it. Now I'm gonna see what happens when I return it home. You guys see that?
You can't do both at the same time.
Oh, that is nutty.
Not a good feeling.
The camera crew's freaking out. Okay, I'm gonna fly it away from us after, if it doesn't, hey, let's go back over here. Drone technology, guys.
Sorry, it's not in focus.
That's why we call this drone technology, folks. That flip upside down was scary. Even though it worked, I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah. That was not my favorite part.
So as you can see, it does all the weird things it's supposed to do. And you can hear that tail just going nuts. Okay.
That was enough for one day.
If you guys want to have a nice wake-up session, what you want to do is get this helicopter.
And flip it upside down.
And then what you do is go to GPS mode, the middle, okay? And then whilst flying at 10 meters or higher, you press this, and I went up and over, okay? And then it just like, okay, I'm upside down, which is nutty, okay? Admittedly, that's not the way I fly, okay? Come over here, we're gonna take back off. We have a flashing light. We gotta be getting close to running out of juice, okay?
Oh, I would think so, because we're at 15 something.
So you see that flashing light? I think what's gonna happen is it's probably not gonna arm now. Oh, no, it did arm. I'm in GPS, I'm in auto.
You do have a battery indicator.
Oh, I do. What's it say?
You have 1 bar out of 4.
1 out of 4, so 25%. There's still a chance. Okay, so real quick, we got one more flashing light. Oh, they all flash.
Oh,
all of them flash.
Yeah, they're all flashing.
Xiang, what did you not think of? Oh, it's gonna land. Go back, give it room. It's like, no soup for you, Brian Phillips RC.
Yeah, see now your battery thing is flashing.
Yep, flashing here. And it's like, no soup for you, I'm landing. But you know what we have that they don't know about? This thing, yeah. All right. The rule of thumb with helis is to not turn your back to them and hold the controller out like that or lay it on the ground. I gotta say, Xiang, you've outdone yourself, because the last time we did a Xiang, we tried to turn on the expert mode and we couldn't get to the flip over, and I might have been doing something wrong. By the way, this beeping just started when the battery was low, okay? So, manufacturers, take note of Xiang. They only annoyingly beep when you should annoyingly take action, like land. That's kind of a good thing.
Not all the time.
But look at this. It's gotten more aggressive to let me know that it's like, no soup.
Yeah, it was like a slow flash, and then it started fast flashing when it went to the auto.
Okay, so let's talk about how hard it is to switch. I am going to flip this upside down. It evidently knows that, you know, like it's dead, okay? So you can press this for a moment and it'll shut off. Okay, so now it's off. That kills the power to the output, okay? Now this is gonna be annoying until I shut it off, so I'm gonna shut it off. But can you argue with how sweet that is? Guys, this is not gonna be the end all cure all. This is not how you learn to fly helis, but I don't care. And there's gonna be some heli lovers out there, they're like, I love helis. You can't no flying that thing, it's not no heli. Well, that's fine, whatever, dude. Get your M4 Max, you know, get your whatever 550 speed build kit from Horizon. I don't care, whatever you want. There's a million great choices. But if you don't know how to fly helis and you want something that looks like a helicopter and acts like a helicopter, and what do we say? If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a drone that's shaped like a duck, right?
Yeah, probably.
So if you are not too proud to realize just how stinking awesome this heli is, and by the way, heli manufacturers, take note of the Chinese. They do a few things very good. They copy things illegally very nicely. And secondly, they also make really nice Blackhawks. And I'm sure they paid Lockheed Martin or whoever owns the rights to this recently for royalties, 100% sure. Actually, I'm not at all. And so for that reason, I'm gonna have you edit that out. But the truth is, I love this helicopter. Why don't we have other helicopters like this that are like regular blade offerings and things like that? Well, I'm gonna tell you why, because they haven't made them yet. When they do them, I'll review them. But I gotta say, if you want something that flies really easy out of the box, that looks the part, that does a good job, and it is not calm, it is actually uncomfortably cold right now. It's not like terrible, like -15 cold.
Pretty cold.
But it's cold. And I gotta say, this is the best weather we're gonna have like all week. That's pretty pukish. But you know what's not pukish? Look at this. Yeah, I drove through a blizzard for 3 hours, so yeah. What's not pukish is how beautiful this thing is, okay? Lights all over the place, brushless motors, which are gonna last a long time, as long as you don't do something stupid and like flip it upside down into a tree. And do keep in mind, GPS is not spatially aware of trees. but it might be of mountains, okay? Because that's like altitude and stuff, you know, camera crew. So if you want one of these things, look no further than the links in the video description below. I gotta say, really impressed with this one, just like I was the last one. Now, am I gonna fly this off the kitchen counter? Yeah, maybe if I want that to be the last flight in my house. But the truth is, this thing would fly in a gymnasium or whatever. You can use the non-GPS mode, which would basically be this one, and it goes to yellow. I didn't realize I was in that at first, but you could fly in that mode, or you can go to the GPS, or you can go into the I'm landing you right now mode, okay? So those are the modes. And yes, if this thing takes off and it spins like 1,000,000 miles an hour and threatens to chop your face off, just go like that. Danger.
Danger.
Like if you see danger, press this button. I don't know if the nomenclature is as clear for English speaking people, but the truth is danger means no more motor-y, power-y. Done. I haven't ever seen anybody auto gyro one of these down. But I have seen people crash them. So if you guys want to be the next one to crash one, check out the links in the video description below. I gotta say, this reminds me so much of like the SR-71. Beautiful talking piece. I mean, you put this thing on the counter, it looks like a literal model that you built as a kid, okay? Yeah. It's that detailed, okay? And it's absolutely fantastic. It looks the part, it shows the part, it really flies. It's actually kind of a little bit quieter. And, you know, I mean, it could just be that I'm talking over it. But the truth is, it is quieter than I recall the other ones being. Mm-hmm. And yes, the one that looks like a Coast Guard helicopter is absolutely phenomenal too, but there's just a whole lot less missiles on that one. This one takes life, that one saves lives. So get both, and then you can do both. And if you guys have additional questions, leave them in the comments below. We probably won't know the answer because these things are Chinese. But the truth is, I gotta say, it actually does the stuff it says it's gonna do. I love when I look at this box and I see stupid marketing that's like, figure 8, heart shape, you know, and then nothing works. This thing did everything it said, okay? So I'm gonna give kudos where kudos are due, and kudos are due here. And same is true for the last one. Now, I know some of you are thinking, it's more expensive than I wanna spend, it's a ripoff, whatever. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it, but the truth is, these things are so much fun, and they are feature packed, and there's a million different ways you can blow money in this world, okay? Like I was saying, they were burying some person down there. I have no idea who it was. I don't want to be disrespectful to whoever died, but I'm going to tell you this. There's no guarantees you're going to be around tomorrow, so get your SH-60 today, because this thing is sweet. And I mean, if I want to buy something before I die from the beer truck, this would be perfect on that bucket list. Now, if you have other things you need, like to pay your mortgage or rent, or, you know, for like your groceries and stuff like that, I'm not telling you to be crazy. I'm just saying, listen, these things are awesome and they're super fun. And yeah, sometimes they're a little bit expensive. We get it, okay? But if you want to experience this beautiful thing, you're gonna experience a lot of helicopter. It's so much fun. Now, if you have no idea how to fly a helicopter and you want to learn to fly a helicopter, this is not for you, okay? I know some of you are thinking, oh, but I can learn the basic stick maneuvers. No, you can't. This is a drone. It's flying itself. You're watching. You're a spectator. You get a vote on where it goes. But it's pretty much taking care of it, especially when you flip it upside down. It's like, oh my goodness, that was freaky. And there is a certain limit to my trust in these electronic creations, okay? That was close to my limit. I mean, that was kind of scary. But the truth is it worked. It also took up more altitude than I expected to flip back over. And for that reason, it was like a little scary. But I didn't die yet. So, what an absolutely beautiful Navy livery. And the Navy evidently is carrying, like, what are those, Hellcats? I can't tell what type of missiles those are, but these are missile. They're actually rockets, rocket pods. But I gotta say, beautiful, flies. This little light, believe it or not, it just comes on and off for each of the batteries. If you buy it, don't forget, get the batteries that you need. Yes, if you have the Blackhawk in the olive drab from the other company, then yes, it will work in here. If you have the one from the Coast Guard, it'll work in here. We use the charger. Stay tuned. Unbox build radio setup. We'll show you how that works. And yes, this thing is fantastic. So wait no longer. Check it out. We have links to RC Going. They've done a good job. They have better reputation than some of the competitive offerings. And that's why we like working with them, because we like when we don't hear a bunch of negative feedback from the companies that we're working with. And there have only been a select few where that's happened. And so we tend to sort of like wean ourselves away from those companies slowly until we don't have problems anymore. Because we don't want you guys going to companies where you're gonna have a bad experience. That's why we shop around just like you. So get one. You'll love it. It's awesome. And seriously, guys, it's not gonna be everything to everybody. I get it. Not everybody is gonna like this size heli. Not everybody is gonna like the fact that it's over sub 250. It is definitely way over sub 250. So you're gonna have to fly in a FRIA, or you're gonna have to put a remote ID in this if you wanna be compliant, but whatever. That's between you and the government. Right now, all I got to say is this thing is awesome, and you will like it. Oh, and speaking of remote ID, if you guys are nervous about it, you may have noticed it did not kill the hobby yet.
Yep.
We've been a few weeks.
We're all still here.
Which is good, which is good. We were worried. The sky did fall a little bit, but I was inside that day, so I survived. And that's a good thing, because I love airplanes, and I love RC, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And every once in a while, I might even comply and be a good boy. So, if you guys are in the boat of compliance, congratulations. If you're in the boat of giving the FU-86 or whatever that plane was that we did the other day, I get it too. Because the truth is, it's up to you. And we don't care. It's really between you and the government. If you don't like the way the government acts, well, vote them out. Oh wait, they're bureaucrats. Never mind. Can't do that. It's like the DOT. Oh wait, it is the DOT. All right, guys. Nothing more from Brian Phillips RC. Haven't poked the bear at all today. But this thing is awesome, and you guys do need one. So check it out from the links in the video description below. We will actually link to both styles of these, right?
Sure. That one and the Coast Guard one? Yeah, I can do that.
Because truthfully, they're both awesome, and I think they're both available still.
Yeah, they should be.
So if you guys don't have the other one, and like I said, save lives, take lives, whatever. I mean, you could save lives with this too. You don't have to launch a missile all the time just because you have it, and it's totally awesome. And a minigun too. Ask Arnold. Get to the top. There it is, guys. All right. Super fun, super fantastic. You guys are gonna love it. Check it out. All right, that's all we got for you. Stay tuned. Unbox next, right away. YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. We're gonna open this box right now. I'm pretty excited for this one, and it's something all new and fantastic. So we're gonna see how it goes. Oh my goodness, it's another case.
Do you need a suitcase?
Oh yeah, that's a nice case. Oh yeah, look at that. It's the F09 from YXZNRC, also known as Xiang. Okay, if you could just pronounce that for me, that'd be good. Sound it out. Xiang.
Missing some vowels.
We're gonna open this up right now. Here it is, the user's manual, most important part.
It's amazing. Keep that by my bed.
Then we have this thing, which is foam. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Look at that pair. Amazing. Very good. Very good. Protective stick covers. Okay, so the Xiang remote control, up, down, spring loaded on the collective, and then the cyclic, a little bit lighter spring load, power button lanyard connection, trim buttons, I believe, GPS, something else, and then return to home probably. Danger, that means shut off, that means live. Looks like a figure 8 circle. Figure 8, it's spring loaded, and then I don't know what that one does. And then auto or manual. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. And we have the antenna style, you can point them wherever you want for the antennas. 4 AA's, so pretty simple there. So we'll come back to that. Obviously we have the stick protectors, which I always like those. We're gonna do the most boring things first because I know you guys wanna see the helicopter, I don't blame you. So when you get your charger, there's even an adapter if you're going to a different style of plug, okay?
Okay.
In our case, we've got the Xiang plug style power adapter. It'll charge 3 or 4, or excuse me, that's 3 or 4S packs, so that's kind of nice. And in order to charge this right now, I want to get started, so we plug this in right there. And then the thing that's nice about this is you can use this then to use a standard conventional charger to charge the unique style batteries, which have a little micro pH connector, and that can be used. So you press that button and it would normally see whether there's power on it or not. What does it say? Please remove the battery after flight to avoid damage caused to over discharge. Okay, so that's definitely not turning on yet. So let's go charge this right now. We're gonna show you exactly what this looks like before we give you a look at the Heli, and that's because we need to charge batteries so we can fly it. So this goes into a regular 110 outlet. It populates the screen with a percentage basis, if I remember right. And in this case, this becomes like your discharge lead. So this goes in here, just like that. And then your display shows, excuse me, this is not a percentage, that's a voltage. Okay, so that's now charging. So that's pretty simple stuff. Now the cool thing is, if you have a regular, not smart charger, check this out. Cool thing we can do, turn the charger on. This is a smart charger, but it could be non-smart. This is the first time we've seen this from Xiang. Then I can plug this in. The balance lead populates the screen with how much voltage we have. And then all I have to do is find an adapter. Now this is one weirdity of XT30s, okay? So this is an XT30 here. That XT30 is not compatible with the IC2, okay? Whereas the IC3 and the IC5 are compatible with their counterparts, the XT90 or the XT60. I mean, they kind of fit funny, but you can make it work. So I'm gonna take a quick second. I'm gonna find my adapter and come right back. So this is my adapter that I built. It's an EC3, which will allow me to go into my smart chargers. And then I've got 3 XT60s on it. So in this case, I would just plug that in to allow me to put my discharge lead in here. Now yours might look a little different, but then I can just press this and I can go to the current setting and I can change that setting down to whatever this is. Now the trouble is I'm not sure what size this is. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just err on the safe side and go to like, I don't know, about 2 amps. Okay, so like 2000 milliamp hours and then start. Booyah! There she is charging. Pretty amazing. Now, for those of you that don't already have another charger, I'm gonna just look in my bag of tricks and what do you know? Look at that. We have another charger from another Xiang. And so we're just gonna lay that down and then I think that might be it. So we do technically have other batteries. Now, I normally would call this a complaint and I'm gonna call it a complaint even though it's not really a complaint per se. It's just, you know, if I wanna charge this battery, I don't like having special batteries. I don't like having specialty batteries. However, in this case, this battery gives us a little bit of feedback with voltage once it's charged, I believe, okay? So that must just be telling us the very top range. And then this little adapter plug will actually allow you to plug in either a light or a camera. Now keep in mind the camera is self-sustaining. It doesn't really have anything to do with the helicopter. It would just go to your headset, okay? So if you had like a Fat Shark headset or some such thing. I'm not a big FPVer, so that's probably like all really old stuff. Now let's just see, this is an old Xiang plug charger and this one has the similar style. So let's see if that charges. Boom, plug it in and there you go, 11.7 volts. Pretty cool. So that's nice. So if you've bought the previous Xiang style helicopters, which are absolutely glorious, I mean, they're a little bit expensive, but the thing is these things are second to none beautiful. And I don't want to give you too much of that because you're about to see the main ticket item here. But we had to get batteries charging. There may be a third one in here too. So just remember when you order from the links in the video description below, you support Brian Phillips RC And you'll be able to get one for yourself. Ooh, spare tires, nice. Ooh, light. There's the light you can plug in. Spare prop blades, both tail rotor and main rotors. So that's pretty sweet. There's 4 blades on this heli. So we'll just leave that there for now. We can throw away the twisty tie. Ooh, there's another bag in here. What's this? Oh boy, it is a refueling boom. Super cool. Okay, so the moment of truth. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Look at that beauty. We're gonna untangle this beast. And boy, oh boy, is that gorgeous. Look at this. Spring-loaded and squishy pairs. Amazing. Oh, hold on. Do the doors open? They do. Just like on the last one, so sweet. They're kind of hard to open though, admittedly. And what do we have? We have, a minigun. That's so cool. Let's go down here in the light. Gorgeous missiles. More missiles. Missile. There's just one. And then here, door. We'll see if we can get this door to slide. I know they slide. They're just kind of awkward to slide. Okay, so there you go. So they do slide. Take my word for it, but they're kind of hard to slide. And then what a sweet looking heli. Oh my goodness. And then obviously we've got that fuel boom we can put on here. And then over here, we've got this cool scorpion paint job on the tail, and then a squishy tire on the tail. Hold on, let's get out of the light and see if that one's not spring loaded, but there is accessible screws. Now I do see LEDs here, and here too, which is super nice. And if I remember right, that's the status light up there. So it actually does light up. It's like green or red, depending on GPS connection. Oh, and then a little handrail. That's pretty sweet. I think that's a handrail. So cool. So this one's extra detailed, which is awesome. So what we're gonna do is we are going to continue on our unbox. We gotta put the boom on, because I mean, we can't not put the fuel boom on. And obviously our chargers are charging, so we wanna get those things done. The floor bladed props, so cool. Look at that. And then the tail plane. This thing does kind of wiggle around, but I don't think it's actually, it's definitely not active. I think it's just because there's only one screw on it. And direct drive on the main motor, brushless. And then obviously a brushless motor for the tail boom. Super cool that it's got 4 blades. Gorgeous. All right, so let's talk about the assembly on the fuel boom. These ones are just spare parts. There is a light in here, so we'll get that light out too. The light's super easy to put on. And you can move that from battery to battery, which I've always thought was kind of a pain, but that's part of the thing about the light, is if you choose to use the light, of course the forward facing light is kind of big, and there's this little slip lock here. And in fact, let's go check. Do we have one of these done yet? Ooh, this one is done. Look, the faster charger's done. So that's pretty sweet. We can press the down arrow, 4.199 volts, it's 3S. Okay, so we got this thing out. We're going to just turn this off. And then all you have to do is, let's come out of the direct sun. We got the sun, it's just beating in like crazy right now. So you press, that's so weird that it doesn't do anything when you press that. Maybe it's because there's no load on it. So I'm gonna try to plug in this micro pH connector. I think that turns on the light. It's awkward to get these plugged in, full disclosure. Okay, so once that's in there, there you go. So that just turns it on. Now, once this plugs into the helicopter, when you press the button, it makes it go live, okay? So also, to be clear, you have to get that slid in first. Oops. Those micro pH connectors are not the strongest, so be careful how you pull on this. I'm using my fingernails to support the connector. You can pull those wires out, believe me, I've done it before. Not on this one yet, but I'm sure I'm working on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this on. You see that little slide lock I was talking about? It's a little awkward to get this thing on here. Okay. So yeah, like who wants to switch that every time? I don't. Okay. And then if you're trying to figure out which direction that goes, that little pin goes on this side, you see? Mm-hmm. So when you line it up, it basically won't reach wrong. Okay, so now you got a flashlight, which is kind of cool. Okay. So obviously we're not gonna fly this one inside. I mean, you could fly it inside, but you would have to have a pretty big space, and this is gonna be GPS style setup. Okay, so we're gonna pop out the fuel boom, which just looks super cool. This is a refueling boom. I'm like about 100% certain of it. If this is not, guys, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure you will, even if I don't ask. Okay, so it looks like 2 screws. They're very small. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a screwdriver and we're gonna close that blind. All right, so we need a Phillips. We're gonna go for like the smallest one I got, I think, in this kit. And obviously we have to run the screws here. There's 2 screws that are actually part of it, which is kind of interesting. So how the heck is this gonna work? Because there's 2 screws, but it looks like we only need 1. Yeah, there's only 1, guys. Okay, so this like snaps in and that makes me super nervous. Like, I don't know if I trust myself to snap that in there. Well, oh, that's not too bad. You wouldn't have to screw it in either, but I am gonna go ahead and screw it in because I think that's the way it's supposed to be. And then we're showing it the way you guys are gonna get it. Yeah, it's just 1 screw. They give you a spare.
Maybe because it's so tiny.
Yeah, I could see losing that. Camera crew, hand out. There it is. That is very dinky. Although this 3mm screwdriver works. Okay, so I'm gonna just throw this screw right in here and just drive it in. Oh yeah, no problem at least. It bites right away. Oh man, that is so gorgeous, guys. Absolutely beautiful. You gotta admit, what a sweet looking heli. And can you imagine having those guns trained on you? That would be a bad day in paradise. And then spring-loaded gear. I noticed that one gets kind of sticky. This one here is soft. This one's a little bit more sticky. And I'm wondering if I need to do something about that. And then also, I just noticed that when I was trying to press on this, these wheels, the tires actually come off pretty easy. You may notice that when you're flying. It's not a big deal. I mean, you can still fly. And the spring-loadedness is not like a huge deal, but I'm just noticing this one just wants to kind of get stuck a little bit more. And I'm not sure. There's a set bolt that goes in sideways, and I wonder if that one's kind of, there it goes. You see how it breaks free? And then it just starts sliding? I don't know, maybe you need to get a little lithium grease in there or something. All right, so without further ado, let's get some batteries in the transmitter. That extra screw, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it in the bag of goodies here, because good Lord, we're never gonna find a screw that small again.
No.
Except for the thousands, just throw it in, okay? So that's what you always wanna do, is keep every screw until the day you die.
Yes.
They're gonna make my coffin out of those screws, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a really nice coffin. But all right, so we've got the back off of the controller, the Xiang controller. There's a power button. Let's verify that's danger as in kill switch, which is stupid that it says danger, but you know, whatever, it's Chinese, you know. They're gonna make some stupid comments and remarks like, don't fly around hospitals and handicap people. You remember that one in the Chinese manual?
Yeah.
And pack a lunch. Watch out for boskage. We've heard lots of interesting things in these Chinese manuals. So double A's, 4 of them, pretty basic stuff. Flat side, the negatives go to the spring. Okay, cool. And here we go, we'll just turn this on. So it looks like the other Xiangs. Now this is not like a screen or anything that you're gonna have like feedback from a video, but this is gonna have the transmitter and transmitter voltage, receiver voltage, okay? So you can see it's got a live screen that shows you kind of what's going on channel 1. Okay, so it's 0, 50, 100, and then it's gonna show you channel movement. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Why does it say channel percentage? That's weird. Oh, and it says like north, west, east, south. Okay, so it beeps. Okay, and then there's return to home, turn on and stop the camera, which I mean, obviously you would have to have that feature to turn it on. High rate, low rates, it's got an H and an L. Then there's mode, okay, mode 2, so that means throttle, yaw. So this is actually collective. Cyclic forward, cyclic back, cyclic left, cyclic right. So elevator up and down, ailerons roll left and right. Okay, elevator pitch up and down, pitch forward, flies the helicopter forward, pitch back, flies the helicopter back. So that has, you know, control of this, and then this has control of that, and then this goes up, this goes down. And when you let go, it should hold still. Because of course, this is not gonna be even though it's 3D capable with respect to its flight controller, this is not gonna be, that I know of, unless this manual mode lets you get full control and then you can do full control 3D flight. I don't expect that to be true. So what we might do for just a quick second is you just double check the manual. Ooh, look at this. Remote control functions, here you go. Oh, they have a heart-shaped drive. Ours isn't a figure eight. Ours is a figure eight. See how it says a figure eight there? So it's not a heart-shaped route, it's a figure eight. So when you press that, it'll do that figure eight route automatically. And then expert inverted mode. In GPS mode and the flight altitude is above 30 feet, 10 meters, press the mode button and the helicopter will enter the reverse preparation state. What the heck is that supposed to mean? The helicopter will reverse according to the direction of the joystick. Oh my goodness. Reverse flight operation in the opposite direction as normal. Okay, so the helicopter is gonna fly upside down, all right? Very good. And then you're gonna press the mode button again and push the joystick. What the heck is a joystick? Oh, look. The joystick down and over and then up. So is it supposed to be like this? Boop. So mode and then boop. I guess we'll see.
I would not trust that.
And then if you could just read that for me right there, camera crew, that'd be great.
Trust these instructions.
All right, so then we have all sorts of interesting things. Warnings, please avoid boskage. Safety precautions, wear a nut cup and face shield, okay? Glad we got that out of the way. Oh, look, it's some sort of a descriptor of what all that stuff means. Okay, amazing. Oh, it's 1350 milliamps, 3S, okay? Flight time is going to be, oh, okay, so flight time is 7 through 9 minutes. Okay. All right, very good. Looks pretty straightforward stuff here. Oh, here we go. Right accelerator, left accelerator. That's also incorrect English vernacular. That would be right throttle, left throttle. So that'd be mode 1, mode 2. Okay, mode 2 would be like standard for airplanes in North America. There's actually more than 2 modes, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. So here we go. Here's the switches. This is the part we need to read real quick. Camera crew is gonna read that out loud, and then you guys can follow along.
Okay, switch 5, which is the heart-shaped, or we have the figure 8 shape. Toggle the switch upwards and the helicopter will record the current coordinates, then fly horizontally figure 8 based on the coordinates. In GPS mode, toggle down the reset switch and the aircraft records the current GPS and flies in a horizontal circle around the center with these coordinates.
And you have to be in GPS mode, folks.
To do that, yep. So switch 6, which is up here, which is the auto manual switch here. Switch up for auto stabilization attitude mode. Switch down for completely manual mode. Shielding the lower visual positioning mode and GPS mode. This mode is suitable for poor GPS signal, geomagnetic data interference, and caused by the aircraft cannot accurately position or serious yaw. And for manual control and emergency landing use. That's manual mode. Did you get that? Emergency landing.
Yeah, right.
Okay, switch 7 is your ambiguous danger switch. Switch up, the motor is unlocked normal. Flight should keep this switch on top.
Hey, look. Full. 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 Pretty cool, huh?
Okay.
So this one's also full. Okay, so we're gonna have a second battery. I think it's time to throw caution quite literally to the wind. Now, why are we doing that? Because the sun's gonna set on this here story.
Still reading the switches. You're just gonna go with it?
Well, I mean, there's only so many things that could happen.
True.
So if you guys haven't ever flown a Xiang helicopter, I'm just gonna tell you this, okay? There are competitive brands that are exactly the same. Just be aware of that.
Is that your whole statement?
That was the spiel, okay?
This is the shortest
So
statement
basically what's gonna happen is you may get one with a different name, which means you might get a slightly different transmitter. They're the same helicopter. They're literally made in the same room by the same people with just different transmitter packs with different stickers on them, okay? So don't get too bent out of shape about the brands on these Chinese helicopters, because after Xiang decides to lose interest in making this, or they get sued or they die, or I don't know, whatever they do in China, then they're gonna, in China, it's gonna become a different brand.
Just be the next people.
And then eventually it's gonna be ghoulish. I'm just speaking from experience, folks.
I have too many vowels.
So here on Brian Phillips RC, we like to review these things so that you know whether or not they're worth buying. Keep in mind, these are helicopters. They have a lot of moving parts. I do joke about the nut cup, unless of course you want to protect your nuts. Cups.
I'm good.
Oh, you're good. That's right. Okay. Well, that makes one of us. But the truth is, if you get one of these things and you don't know how to fly a helicopter, the beauty is this is a GPS-driven helicopter. It's essentially like a little micro drone sort of thing. And it is beautiful. Speaking of drones, let's talk about weight.
Oh, let's not.
Yeah. Oh, let's not? Like, it's not?
I would not talk about the weight.
Because you guys are going to be asking. You're going to be asking, but is it sub 250? I don't know. You might need to take your helicopter on a weight loss mission.
I cooked, so you're going to put that in grams.
Okay, grams. Okay. I'm going to just set this down. Now, careful. Like, spot me if it falls. Okay? Because it's a little too big to sit on the wheels. Okay, slightly more. Oh, yeah, just a little bit more than 250 grams. So if you're flying at a FRIA, you should be A-okay. Otherwise, don't tell.
The end.
I'm just saying.
This is the don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Helicopter. But it's from the Navy, so you should be good.
They won't care.
Unless, of course, they come and put you in the pokey. I just wanted to let you know how that works.
We're not your mom.
Now, the other thing, that's right, we're not your mother.
Unless you're my kid watching this video.
Now, the other thing is, I'm just thinking about space and movement. You see where my middle finger is? I am spinning the motor. So, you know, if you want to put your remote ID module on here, you're going to have to really stuff it hard in a weird spot. And it might not be very fun, just speaking from personal experience. If you have to cram it in next to the motor, it's going to be painful.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, this is how the battery loads. I just want to show you. Now, this one's without the light. This one is with the light. Now, I'm obviously not going to actually start this up. So I'll show you how to do this. You don't need to worry. It's not going to start. If it does, just hang on tight and cover your eyes. Okay, you see what I'm doing? This goes up into those pins. See, the lighting is good for something today.
Well, for once.
So there, so it just goes in like, whoa, and then boop, boop. And you have to kind of push it back. It's awkward. And then these things are the clips that release. And this one fits kind of crappy. Ugh, get in there. I think it's all the way in, actually. It's just kind of a crappy fit. So let's see if this one comes out and the other one fits better. See, because once you pull down a little bit, then you can pull it forward. Let's see if the other one fits better. Slide it in, and then you kind of go upward, and then snap it. And you gotta, there's just not a great place to hang on to. You can see it snap, snap. Yeah, we have kind of a bad lip there.
Yeah.
So, but it's in there, guys, and it's just a shade over 250 grams. And by the way, you may not even want the light because it looks pretty awesome in scale, but I'm gonna fly it with the light first because it's obviously it's not very bright out there right now.
We're gonna need some light.
We're gonna need some light soon. Okay, so when you slide your battery in, with the battery, you can also get one with a camera. Full disclosure, I'm not into FPV and it's more complicated for us since we're sharing this on YouTube. We just don't do FPV. There's plenty of people that do it. I watch their awesome videos. I'm sure they're great people and they do a good job covering stuff. But if you want to support Brian Phillips RC, just buy from the links. Snap, snap, okay? Listen to the snap. If it doesn't snap, it did not snap. That's the key. Now, I want to press the power button so badly, but I can't, and here's why. Because there is this building over me. Technically, that's legal, too. You can fly inside a building. And then this sensor, that sensor is going to be the optical sensor, okay? So it kind of works in tandem with the GPS to say, how close am I to the ground? That close.
Hopefully it's a little quicker than that.
We don't make any bets on these things working well until they do. But I am going to say something. The last 3 of them worked really good. This one I killed. Because I tried to do this. I tried to go, wow, cool, wow, wow. there was a big noise. That was off camera, unfortunately. Because I know you guys like watching me crash. But this one, we're not gonna do that thing too. But if you wanna help support us, help me lick my wounds, because that one obviously survived, okay?
That one did.
That one, I did not crash yet. But admittedly, that was the olive drab, and that would have been the competitive brand. It wasn't like XYZ RC.
Oh, I had a few more
Xiang
battles.
RC. It was the other one. And it was just fine. Like, honestly, I have no problem. Obviously, we have the other charger color. You can see right there, it's green, olive drab, as proof of the events said earlier. And by the way, I love that helicopter too. It's just, I was being an idiot. That one you could put in manual mode. Maybe this one you can too. It's pretty cool if you go to manual mode, because then you can fly it like you stole it and do upside down tic-tacs and flips and things like that. But I kind of suck as a heli pilot. I have other helicopters. That's not all the helicopters I have. Believe me, there's many, many, many more.
Many.
But the truth is, I have a lot more airplanes, because that's what we do here on Brian Phillips RC, predominantly fixed wing, then helis, quads, VTOLs, and then cars, trucks, SUVs, and crawlers, and monster trucks, and things like that. But we love it all. Everything RC we love. My pond guy's supposed to be here in 2 weeks. It's kind of killing me. We've been digging a pond. We'll show you more as it happens. So if we haven't answered your questions yet, please put them in the comments down below, and we will do our best to get to them. But as far as Xiang goes, we've had good experience with them, okay? And that's not to say that the other competitive brand like crashes easier or crashes harder. It just crashes when you crash it.
Yep.
We've had good experience with this, and GPS locks and all that stuff have worked fine. So we're hoping we have the same exact experience, and you already saw it because this follows the maiden flights. So if you guys want to help support Brian Phillips and you don't want this helicopter, we have Patreon, YouTube members, those monthly support, and PayPal for one-time donations, and YouTube super thanks for one-time donations. The only reason I bring that stuff up, by the way, I didn't ever want any of these begging sites, but people want to support us, which is super nice, and we appreciate it. It's heartfelt, and we really do appreciate it. But the truth is, what we want you guys to do is buy the helicopters, planes, quads, VTOLs, transmitters, batteries, leaf blowers, and weed whackers when you see us review them on Brian Phillips RC, because that is really how we make this RC ecosystem work for us and for you, and one of the ways that we can hold their feet to the fire at these manufacturers, even if they're very small Chinese manufacturers on the 47th floor across from the other one on the 47th floor right here. The one with a different name, just saying. Because at the end of the day, we do love RC, and I would have literally killed, well, I might not have murdered for it, but I would have killed for it when I was a kid to have something this awesome in RC. Are you kidding me? This is so cool, and it's so easy to fly, and that's what's so beautiful about it. Now, is this gonna be how you learn to fly helis? Probably not. But the truth is, you can still enjoy it, you can still have a blast, and that's why you're here at Brian Phillips RC. Let us help wet your whistle, and then make your decisions based on how terrible our experience was or how great it was. And you can buy from the links if you think the product stands up to the rigors of Brian Phillips' lack of skill. Stay tuned, so much more right around the corner on Brian Phillips RC. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you. Come back for more.